Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talked about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. You guys know this, okay? If you've watched my videos before, if you're subscribed, watch my stuff, you know I love the offensive line. And one of the most important pieces of the offensive line is your center. And Jackson Powers-Johnson just happened to be one of the biggest, roughest, toughest centers out there. Look, he had a little bit of an issue last season, maybe with his being in shape and how he approached things, because honestly, I don't know what kind of guidance he had from the coaching staff and stuff like that. He was bounced around a little bit. He had a home at guard and he was moved into center for a little bit and all this stuff. And now it's unquestioned now. He is our center. He is the leader in the middle of the offensive line. And I think it's going to be just big dividends moving forward of giving him a solid position to play on this offensive line. I said it before and I'll say it again. There's really only two solid positions that are taken on this offensive line. There's Colt Miller at left tackle, and there's Jackson Powers-Johnson. And I think that's a great place to start and build around if you get two rocks at your two most important positions on the offensive line. Maxx Crosby said it in the presser too, that him and, Jackson Powers-Johnson didn't always get along last season, because I think maybe Max expected a little bit more of JPJ in the season and in practice. And I think that kind of weighed a little bit on Jackson Powers-Johnson. After the season, he went on vacation for a couple weeks. He came back, and he was in there every single day with Maxx Crosby working. They were doing the exact same things, and I think it's really going to show with a more in shape, more physical, even stronger, faster, quicker, better Jackson Powers-Johnson in year two. And then, hey, from how the offensive line played last season, we definitely need it. What we're going to do is going to take a look at Jackson Powers-Johnson's presser from training camp. But today is all about the offensive line. Now, Jackson Powers-Johnson is probably the guy that has the tightest lock on one of the starting jobs, but there's a couple other guys who have varying degrees of, probability of having a starting job. But if they produce, they can definitely carve themselves out a big role. The first is Thayer Munford. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about Alex Cappa. Thayer Munford came in as a 7th-round draft pick. Excellent draft pick from the 7th round to still be sticking around and being, a contributor to the team. Last season was a little funky. He was kind of penciled in as the right tackle and got beat out by DJ Glaze, a rookie, a 3rd-rounder. But it doesn't mean he can't overtake DJ Glaze or anyone else on this offensive line not named Jackson Powers-Johnson or Colt Miller, because he also has flexibility to play guard. These are some big things we need to focus on right now, because last season our offensive line was not good, okay? It was no bueno. And I don't think it was because of lack of talent. I think there's the continuity, also a little bit of the coaching, putting guys in spots that maybe weren't the best. Thayer Munford can be a productive member of this team, and I really think he will be. So let's take a listen to his press conference first.
We actually got some shade today.
Thayer, your thoughts on camp? How do you think camp's going, buddy?
Personally, I think camp is going pretty well, man. It's been way different for the past 3 or 4 years I've been here. For real, everybody's competing, everybody's ready to work. Nobody's coming here tired. Everybody's coming here sore, but that's part of the game. But we come here every day to come work every day. Excuse my language.
Where does that come from, would you say? Is it Pete Carroll setting that tone? Or
me personally, I really do think it's because of Pete Carroll. I personally think when it starts from the head coach, it trickles down to the captains, to the people that have been here for a little bit. Man, Pete Carroll, and plus, I want to get this out there right now. He did not elbow me in my face. Okay, he did not. But Pete's a great guy, great father figure, great person to talk to. I love him.
Father figure.
He didn't elbow you, but did he actually pin you?
No, he did not. I'm putting that out there right now. No, he did not.
In terms of help, how has someone like Colt Miller been an asset to you as you progress in your own game and learning from him?
Man, big Cap. I can't give him enough praise, man. Just from everything he had to go through from this past off season to actually still come into work every day, not really blink two eyes about it. For me, that shows a lot about his character, And we as offensive line, for myself, we can't give him enough praise for that.
It's a big statement, though, from John Spytek when he pays his guys. Will you talk about, for fans who don't understand it, why is that such a big deal to the guys in the locker room that the team takes care of their guys?
Yeah. The reason why is because I only know Spytek for a couple months, but I can tell for sure that if he really likes you and really likes how you work, he's going to keep you here. And, that's for everybody, though. And Pete's the same way. You know, everybody wants to be here. Everybody wants to get the 53-man spot, of course. But, you know, our motto is to keep competing every day.
You moved around a little bit this offseason, the guard and tackle and stuff like that. Was that something where you went to them or did they come to you about that?
It was kind of like a mixed thing. You know, I didn't really care like where I lined up at. If I'm at guard, if I'm at right guard, left guard, right tackle, left tackle, it don't matter. As long as I can do my part to help the team win, that's all I want to do. I want to be there for my teammates and help us get to the playoffs and hopefully one day the Super Bowl, of course.
A lot of first and second year players on the O-line. How do you think they're coming along, the young guys?
Man, like, to be honest, with them, they've grown up so much, especially like the rookies. Like, they came in open eye, didn't know what to do, but we had to sit there and tell them, like, hey, calm down, you'll be just fine. It's nothing too much about it. Like, just go out there and work. Just be yourself. Don't be somebody that you're not.
Is anybody in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line, you feel like, wow, like you leveled up since just being with them in training camp?
To be honest, everybody did. You know, just since I've been here, a couple of people that brought up to me, like that's caught my eye, was AB and a little bit of Tyree. Tyree still got a long way to go, but to be honest, like I still want him to get better. I still want to see with AB. AB's been that dog ever since he got here, and he stepped up another level too. Like right now, like if Max is up here, like AB's like literally right under him. So I put him in that category.
You talked about how Duke moved around a lot. We've seen Jackson Powers-Johnson move around a bit. What about his game? I know he thrives as a guard at times too.
His game is he's just strong, very, very strong. He wants to compete. He wants to learn. You know, like sometimes, like we have our down days, of course, but with him, he'll get through it with ease. I have no problem with him with that. And no go blue. No.
You said that you like to move around and show, just to do whatever you can to help the team win.
Yep.
But just how important to just show how valuable you are to be like, I can do all these things for you.
Man, to me, it's very important for me for like my personal stuff. But at the same time, man, I talk to Max every day about it. Like, I want to play. I want to like contribute a little bit more than I did in past years than ever, because I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines, and if we lose, we lose. Like, oh, whoa! But I want to compete and win.
I guess how good do you feel about the offseason you had to be able to put yourself in position?
To be honest, for me, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more stronger, a little bit more twitchier, of course. But I feel like I can be a very good asset for this team.
What's your motivation heading into the season? Like, what's your mindset?
Let's get there. Let's take one step at a time. You can't really think about it, think ahead too much about it, because if you do, you go downhill and you gotta go back uphill, and it's hard to do that too. And say if you stay on that steady incline, we'd be good.
What's your assessment of Ashton so far?
Freak of nature, and I love him. He shuts up, put his head down, and goes to work. He competes. He gets hit by our veteran linebackers a lot, but look, that he gets right back up and keeps going, and that's one thing I love about him.
I know when running backs, when they go on to like have make his offensive line, takes a lot of pride.
Yeah.
You guys thinking about that at all? Like we want to do our part to have Ashton do something special.
It's not just Ashton, man. It's like whoever's behind us, and whoever's towing that rock or holding that ball or catching the ball. Either like we want to do our part just to. My bad. We want to do our part to make sure that they are good as well. You know, we don't want them to feel like they get hit on time and not have trust in us. We want them to trust us enough.
Last year, the running game wasn't what you guys hoped. As you kind of think about that, like, is it like fire you up to be like, we have to do our part to make sure that it's better this year?
To be honest, like it's just the fact. Last year was last year's like coaching staff, of course. We love them. We still love them to this day. But it's just like some of the stuff we ran was not the right call sometimes. But I feel like with Chip, he knows what to run and knows how to put us in a better position to make the good plays and make the big, huge runs and actually have like more play action just to make sure like we get them deep balls going as well. You know, and to be honest, man, like even though Chip got like a little bad name for himself from his earlier days, but I respect him a lot. He works hard at what he does. He loves what he does. He loves us too, so that's all that matters.
does that make it easier for you guys to do your job in terms of like having that confidence and that belief that, hey, the coordinator or whoever it may be is going to make the right call?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like with Chip, he talks to us and says like, we got to run this, and it's like, all right, we got you. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, let's figure it out. And we're not just sitting here pointing fingers at each other. We here to like bring each other up and push each other forward too, because not every team's like this either, you know. And shit, I've been on a couple teams that's like that you point at them and they get down their dumps, and the next day they go to crap, of course. But man, just culture is different, very different. All right, Eddie. Appreciate y'all. Thanks.
A few things I want to highlight here. Number one, Thayer Munford seems to be extremely genuine when he says, I don't care where I play, I want to contribute more. And I can feel the frustration in his voice. It's like, yeah, I'm out there on the sidelines and we lose and I didn't get to play. And it's like, I want to help, right? Another thing was how he said how last season, like some of the plays that were called were just not good. You know, wanted to do more play action, stuff like that. It's hard to do play action. I mean, in all fairness, it's hard to do play action when you're not running the ball. You know, so it's you're not going to really fool anybody by doing that. All you're going to do is just keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback longer for the defenders to pin their ears back and go get them. So I understand from that perspective why we didn't do as much play action, but still for a player to say, yeah, you know, I didn't really like the offense the way it was and the way it was run last season. I get that. And Thayer Munford just seems like a guy who wants to go out there and he wants to play. He said that, you know, the young guys, he was very complimentary of everybody. You know, they all came in, they all came to work. It's a welcome change when you see all this positivity around everybody on the team. You're not like, well, I need to be better than this guy. I need to beat this guy out. It's like, no, you don't want anyone else to falter. You don't want to get your job by default because somebody else did poorly. You want to get your job because everyone out there did their best and you're just the best person for the job. And that's what Thayer Munford is kind of giving off from this press conference. He wants to go out there, he wants to play his best, he wants to work hard, he wants to contribute. And I think he will. I think it's going to be a big piece. If not a starter, he's going to be a heavy contributor in a rotation. It's very seldom that you see an offensive line take every single snap. There's injuries, there's rotations, there's jumbo packages, stuff like that. So Thayer Munford can be a guy that can really help, even if he's not always in the starting lineup. All right, let's take a look at Alex Cappa. Now, Alex Cappa is another interesting story. He was a solid guard in the league, in top 20 rated right around 20. And you take a look at, you know, if you have 32 teams, 2 guards, right, 64, and you're, you know, the top third of that, it's pretty good, right? Well, last season, he was a little bit rougher last season. I personally think it was more due to his injuries. He was on the injured list twice last season, but you never know. He is a little bit older. I don't want to say he's old, but he's not, you know, one of these young 23, 24-year-old guys anymore. So you could see maybe a steady decline in his production, but it could just be an anomaly because we've seen offensive linemen perform really well into their 30s. So Alex Cappa, if he's right, is an excellent player on this team and he does give a lot of leadership to the rest of the young offensive line. So he does have the opportunity to carve himself out a big role in this offensive line. Let's take a listen to his press conference. Oh, and his kid's not there this time.
So, Alex, have you told Gino about your sword and what you're hoping for Christmas?
We got a long time before Christmas. I really like my sword, though. That was a very cool gift. I'm sure Gino will take care of us, but we're still building our relationship. You know, it's still early on, so too early to ask for that.
Did you watch quarterback?
I have not watched it. I've seen some clips, but I didn't watch it.
For you, talk about getting this offense, and I know it's an adjustment, but you're a veteran. It's not like you don't know what you're doing. How do you feel like the team's grasping this new offense?
Really good. It's just when it's new for everyone, there's a lot of details to lock down. There's a lot of different scenarios, different fronts on every play, so you got to discuss every detail. And so that stuff arises during camp, and we got a lot of that work during OTAs too. So it's definitely been a lot smoother in camp because everyone has an understanding already from OTAs.
I noticed something in OTAs, mini camp, and in this training camp that surprised me a little bit. You're competing with those young interior guys every day, but you're coaching them, you're leading them, and that's part of the reason they wanted you was that leadership. Would you talk about that dichotomy of you're a leader, but yeah, I'm still competing with the guys I'm trying to help?
Yeah, if you can't compete, then you don't belong out here. So everybody's got to compete. Every position there's a competition, man. And I mean, like, it doesn't matter what position you are, they're going to play the best guy. So there's always competition, but working with the young guys is what I like the most, honestly. I love passing along what I've learned, trying to help them. We got good young players on the O-line, and it's been cool seeing them grow already. It really is my favorite part of the job.
No pads on the defense. It looks like, wow, the defense is in there all the time. How excited are you as an offensive lineman just to be able to get the pads on and smack them in the face a little bit?
There's going to be smacking both ways. It's not a one-way deal, so it'll be good tomorrow. It'll be competitive. That's when it becomes a little more realistic. But, it's good work. I'm a firm believer you can get good work in no pads, in pads, and in really any combination you can get good work, and I think we have been. But, yeah, it'll turn up a little bit tomorrow.
There's been a lot of rotation, kind of like in that interior line. You kind of have Jordan in there a lot. You have JPJ kind of getting reps, everybody kind of doing that. What have you noticed in terms of the rotation of kind of people being able to benefit from being with the first team versus second team and that not really kind of mattering?
Yeah, it's just communication. So if you got a different guy in there, you got to make sure you're talking. Somebody you maybe haven't gotten as many reps yet. It's just talking, making sure you're on the same page. And then for me, because I'm new, that's really everybody. Everybody, even DJ, who I've been working with all the time, we still got to talk and make sure we're on the same page for everything. So that really is the key when you got moving parts.
You really like what you've kind of seen from Jordan so far. Obviously, he was like kind of a starting guard last year, kind of still trying to rotate around, find a fit. What do you like from him so far?
From Jordan specifically?
Yeah.
He's a good player, and he communicates, and he plays hard, man. He's a good athlete, really strong. And we're always talking, too. We come off to the sideline, and we're talking about the previous play. And I like the guys that are engaged like that you can really discuss and make sure you're seeing things the same way.
You might be the friendliest guy I've ever seen with
Jordan? Yeah. Something tells me he could get in a little tussle. But he is a nice guy for sure, but something tells me it's in there.
It's a lot of guys that are carrying on the flash. You're kind of a guy in there. We talk a lot about offensive line cohesion, how important that is. I guess, what is that process of you fitting yourself in there today?
Yeah, there definitely is that element, but it's also a new offense. So even for the guys that are here, we're still learning it together. And, I'm just trying to fit in, learn the culture, learn how to work with everybody. It's a great room. They're very welcoming, and they want to learn, they want to teach, so we're helping each other and we're getting better.
Talk about learning a new scheme. When you think about Chip Kelly and what he's trying to implement, what are some non-negotiables from the offensive line that he requires of you to really make his scheme work?
That's a good question. I would say first is being on the same page. If we're all working together, that's the key for any offensive line. And then play fast and play physical, I would say. It's an offense that you get to play fast. And then the central theme of the program is compete. So that's every position, but I think it's really exemplified at the O-line. If you're not competing, you're going to struggle.
When you see Gino, Ashton, Ginty, the two tight end sets, how explosive can this offense be?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's just our job to help them and put them in good positions. It's obvious we have weapons on offense, so if we can compete up front and give them a chance, Gino does a great job of leading us. So
this is Raider Nation, Mexico. What can Mexico expect from these Raiders?
That's a great question. I feel like Mexico's always supported the Raiders, right? I mean, it's in the blood, it's in the culture, so that's not going to change. And they like that we compete, they like that we're physical, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
Alex, in your experience, you talked about getting good work, pads or no pads, but pads go on, football players get to do the actual footballing with pads on. What is that difference in terms of intensity, ramp up, especially that first day?
Well, the first day, people's energy is just a bit higher. But I mean, you see it out there. We're competing already, so the difference is you're wearing pads, so the hits are a little more physical. You feel them on both sides more. It's a little more realistic in terms of the leverage you have to play with in order to maintain your ground and gain ground. And yeah.
Does it give you a better indicator of where the offensive line is in totality? In terms
I think so, yeah. But I mean, like I said, I'm a believer that you can get good work and you can see already where we're doing well, where we need to get better, and you can see the competition already as well.
In terms of snap count, you've been super reliable. How have you been able to just keep that consistency and durability throughout your career?
Number of snaps, you're saying? Number of snaps. Knock on wood, first of all, knock on wood. There's some luck involved. There's some genetics involved. And then it's just preparing the right way. I'm a firm believer in the best things you can do is eat, sleep, and train. Everything else is good, but those are really the key things that have always driven my career, and I really learned that in college. I had a great strength coach. His name was Drew Peterson at Humboldt State, and he really taught me those basics so what prepare you for the physicality. And so I've really leaned on that my whole career.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Well, not anything earth-shattering by Alex Cappa, but he did say a lot of good things about the work that they were doing, and I tend to agree, especially on the offensive line. Like, these guys are all physical. You can work on your hand placement, you can work on your footwork, your first step, your timing, all that stuff. You can work on all that stuff without pads on. Now, as far as offense versus defense, yeah, you need to have pads to really get that nice pop and feel that guy on you. But the thing that you need to look at here is with Alex Cappa is he's a veteran. Right, he's very schooled in his technique, and as long as he keeps his body in shape and he stays healthy, I think he can be a big contributor for this team. Now, what I want to do now is really take a look and dive into Jackson Powers-Johnson and his presser, because he's the guy I think that can be the biggest contributor going into the season at offensive line. But before we do, I want to make sure everyone please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's today's So Made Sports channel. It's absolutely free to do, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel besides doing absolutely nothing, just watching the video. All right, let's get to it. To that logo, huh? It's pretty.
We'll make it work.
Who's that guy? No, stay over there.
You spent a lot of time, obviously, with Maxx Crosby this offseason. He talked about how it was a little process for you, at least in his eyes, and that it's all systems go now. How beneficial was it just getting under his wing and learning his way?
Oh, crucial. I mean, being with him every day, learning how to work like him, how to get an edge like him, and, just doing everything he's doing. I mean, it's making me a lot better player, but, a lot better person. How he attacks everything in this facility. He attacks it off the field and attacks it at home. So, I've been taking what I've been learning with him and trying to become a better player, but also a better man. So.
Not that you didn't know that it was going to take hard work at all, but there's a level of hard work in college, and then there's a level of hard work in the NFL. Was that a little bit of an awakening? I
mean, yeah, of course. I mean, in college, they own you pretty much. You're there every single day. You maybe get 2 weeks off a year, and you're a student. And then get to the NFL, and then it's like, whew, it's on you. You got all this time. Right. I don't know what to do with my hands. So, no. It's definitely something you got to learn, and to have a guy like Maxx and have the strength staff here really help me out and keep me around the building. I mean, it was. You think about it, and people think it's a lot of hard work, and it is a lot of hard work, but it's just so much fun too. So I think that's what makes it easy to come into the building.
Speaking of guys, you got to spend some time with Gino. Shared yesterday that when he came here, you flew down to Miami and met with him, worked with him. Why was that important to you, and how'd it go?
He's the quarterback, man. I mean, the relationship between me and him has to be perfect, and I really take pride in that. And in the past, I've had good relationships with my quarterbacks, but I want a great relationship. I want to be just as close with him that I am with my brothers. So, first opportunity I got to go see him in his hometown. It's crucial, no-brainer. Let's go see him. And it just happened to be, like Fort Lauderdale, Miami. So had some good food down there.
I don't know if you heard a quote yesterday. Max said it wasn't really a smooth sailing with you guys from the beginning. I guess how did that relationship kind of develop, and where did it maybe turn?
Yeah, no, I mean, coming in, I had a lot of rough trials. I missed a little training camp. I missed a little bit of OTAs. Like, I came in not proven. So in his eyes, I look at and see, oh, here's a second-round pick who, hasn't really proved anything, And then I ended up, proving a little bit in season and a little bit of my worth, and then really putting in a lot of work in the offseason with him. I mean, you got to think you're not just going to meet a girl and she's going to love you right away. You got to take her out to dinner a couple of times, open the door, meet her parents, and then, maybe she'll love you. So I just had to put in the work. So.
There's also something to be said about earning respect.
Yeah.
Like earning it, not just being given to you. Is that kind of satisfying that you earned that respect?
It's satisfying, but it's more just like I'm happy that I have the relationship that I have with him, He's like one of my best friends now. So, yeah, I'm happy that I earned it, but I'm also like I've gotten so much out of it too. So.
You said going down to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and be with Gino. What's something maybe that you learned about him that you maybe didn't think that he was like looking at him from afar?
We kind of look at his age and you go, oh, he's maybe a little bit of an old man, you know? No, he just has so much youth, so much fire in him. I've talked about it before, but he just has so much energy and so much want and so much, left in him. I think that's the biggest thing I kind of took out of it, just because before I grew up watching Gino. Like when he was drafted, I'm in middle school, elementary. Like I don't want to age him like that, but it's just you get to meet the people that you kind of watch growing up. So it was just really cool to meet him and see who he really is. So
that being said, how about his athletic ability as far as like his ability to throw the ball and whatnot? Do you see like, man, he's got?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, first time he stepped in, he's lifting with us, he's moving, he's throwing, he's got so much fire, he's talking trash. Like he's not old. Age is definitely not defining him. So his athleticism is so fun to watch, and I think it's going to be such a weapon.
What did you get to take out of the trip to Australia, New Zealand, and being able to tour down there?
Yeah, no, being down under was awesome. I mean, I didn't even know I was going. We had somebody back out, the Raiders reached out and said, hey, do you want to go down to Australia? And that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so of course. But being able to go down there and meet the great people of Australia, New Zealand, the Kiwis, it was unbelievable. Such great hospitality, and I think the biggest takeaway I got to say is you walk around and everybody's wearing Raiders. It's crazy. Like they love silver and black down there. So getting to walk around, I think I had some funny interactions. So I walked by and someone's wearing a Raiders. I'm like, hey, like nice shirt. The guy's like, oh, thanks, man. I was like, all right. But no, it was really cool to see the culture down there, and I definitely see us taking over that continent. I mean, and in New Zealand with the All Blacks too. I mean, we're hand in hand. We both love black. So I think we're gonna grow a lot of our following down there. Maybe get a game down there. That'd be awesome. So it was really cool to be a part of that kind of first interaction and be able to, spread the good word of the Raiders. So
how long was the plane ride, and have you ever been on a plane ride that long?
I've been on a 8-hour plane ride, but that was 16. It's kind of tough. Going there is not bad. Coming back is pretty bad because you're going back in time. So yeah.
Obviously not in pads yet, but what have you learned so far blocking for Ashton?
He runs hard. He runs hard, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And when he does, he learns from them. And that's all you can ask from a rookie. I mean, learn from your mistakes. And he's doing everything that he can to be great. And you see it, and you hear it, and you feel it. So he's doing great.
As far as pads, what do you want to see from once you guys go into pads? How excited are you to see him when you go to that part?
Oh, really excited. I mean, it's pads. I mean, this is what we're here to do. We're not playing 7-on-7. I know there's Olympic football now, but this is real football coming up. So watching him block and hit, I mean, it's exciting. So.
Yo, Jake, how much are you relishing being the guy at center and being the leader in that role?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, I'm just trying to earn it every day. I mean, nothing's given to me. Nothing's been said. I'm just trying to earn what I can, and I'm trying to earn the trust of my guys, the trust of my team, and I think we're going to have a great year, and I think a lot of the guys are having a lot of fun on the offensive line. So just competing and having fun, and getting closer to the guys around me.
What's that competition like? How do they get embraced in on the offensive line in that room?
I mean, you think about it like how the coaches are doing it, go ones against twos, twos against ones. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're at; you're going against great competition. So. I mean, this isn't Love Island. We're not mad at each other, Like, we're out there just trying to have fun. And we're just trying to work hard and get better. We're all trying to help each other. It's not, I don't have to give a rose to somebody at the end of the day, so I'm feeling good.
Is that the next big trip?
When you put the pads on?
No, not really.
So about the next big trip for you?
No. I got a fiance. She'll kick my butt. So.
I got one for you. So you grew up a Raiders fan, a ton of fans at practice today. Has to be surreal to live out your childhood dream every day. What do you make of that? How do you kind of take that in and just, I guess, use that to continue fueling you?
I mean, it's a ton of fuel. I mean, coming out and seeing like some people, little kids wearing like a 58 or some wearing a 58, it's huge to me. Like, I'm an offensive lineman. They don't, it's not like a normal selling jersey. So to be seeing a team that I love growing up and then fans embracing me, I mean, that's why I play, Like, it could be like COVID and you play and no one's there. But these guys are here screaming, yelling, having a lot of fun, and I owe it to them every day to come out and give it my all, because if I don't, I'm letting them down, you know. So it's so awesome to see them out here, and it's so cool to see, you know, people starting to wear offensive line jerseys. So yeah.
We've seen so much of your personality in year 2 come out, and you know, you're giving fans an opportunity to get to know you and to see you. How important is that for you to be a face of this team and just let fans kind of see who you are?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really cool to do. I mean, like I gotta thank the Raiders for letting me be able to show my, you know, personality. But I think how I play, who I am, and how I work really embellishes what a Raider is. So being able to, you know, put my face out there and have people, you know, see that's great, and be able to, you know, grow my brand and, you know, all that kind of cheesy stuff. But just whatever the team needs me to do, I'm going to do. So if they need me to go out there and shake hands and kiss babies, I'll do that, and I'll do it with a smile, and I'll love it. So
Last one, guys.
When you think about Chip Kelly's offense, what are some things that you believe are like kind of some non-negotiables or things that you really feel like you have to master to really hone in this offense? And what do you think are some things that you really think are to your advantage in it?
I mean, speed. I think speed and running the ball. I mean, I think it all starts up front. It's corny for me to say, but I'll die on the hill. Everything's going to run through us. I mean, you can do all the cool stuff, the motions, the, you know, all the trick plays, but if you can't block anybody, it's not going to go. So I think the non-negotiable, at least this year, is that we need to be on our part, and we need to be the attitude and heartbeat of the team. So, and I think that's being communicated by the coaches, and it's being heard in the locker room. So, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And just in year 2, you can see the growth of Jackson Powers Johnson. He sounds like a 10-year vet out there. He knows that it's about the work you do and the things that you earn, not that you're given, but you earn. And he said it himself. He talked a little bit about the Maxx Crosby thing, where it's like, yeah, I was a second-round pick. I missed some training camp. You know, I missed some OTAs and mini camp and stuff like that. And I'm just a guy. So, yeah, he's not going to, like, be all about me as a player if I don't go out there and prove myself and show what I can do. He showed a little bit of what he can do during the season. Ultimately, I think it was the work in the offseason and the consistency that it showed that really kind of bolstered his view in Maxx Crosby's eyes, and in turn in the rest of the team's eyes, because if Maxx Crosby puts your stamp on somebody, people are going to know that that guy is legit. He's really doing the work. He's doing what he has to do. And also he talked about, yeah, the difference between hard work in college and hard work in the pros. It's a completely different story. And what you're looking at here is the product of that hard work, because, look, it wasn't like Jackson Powers Johnson was opposed to hard work or he didn't want to. It's just maybe he didn't know how to do it at an NFL level. And what does he do? A very smart thing. He seeks out the hardest worker on the team and says, okay, I'm going to attach myself to you. What are we doing? Excellent work. Imagine how much better Jackson Powers Johnson is going to be this season after this offseason of work. He's lighter, he's stronger, he's faster. He's going to be more explosive, more dominant in the run game, and just his knowledge of another year of experience is going to help him be better in the pass game as well as the anchor of that offensive line in the middle. All right, guys, that's my time for today. Really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's an excellent way to support the channel. It's absolutely free to do, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel besides doing absolutely nothing, just watching the video. Guys, keep doing what you're doing, man. I really appreciate it. Keep liking, commenting, subscribing. Keep sharing to all your socials. I really do appreciate if you do that. I'm trying to get Raider Nation all together here. It's a community that I want to build for all of Raider Nation to be a place to come and get some news and laughs and community and talk. And it's I think it's an area that we can really build together, and it'd be more ownership if we all do it together and help each other out. So everyone, please tell your friends, tell your haters, tell your mamas, tell everybody. Raiders versus the world's greatest, and go to Raider Nation today. All right, guys, that's my time. Till next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.